morning, you guys. What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to the first fall vlog of the season, which is why I cannot wipe this smile off my face. I am so excited. I feel like this intro is going to be such word vomit and so all over the place, but I've been getting so many DMs from you guys saying how excited you guys are for the fall vlogs. And I know a few weeks ago I said that I wasn't ready for summer to end, but then the weather cooled down drastically here and the leaves are starting to change already. And I immediately was like, no, I wouldn't say I'm defrosting, but I am cooling down for spooky season. And I am so ready. I've mentioned this so many times before, but I think that we all kind of start to celebrate fall and autumn at different times. I was definitely someone who I grew up celebrating Halloween, which is why I have a love for all spooky things thanks to my mom. We were never like a fall harvest, pumpkin harvest house. We were like a spooky horror movie, witches, scary shit kind of house. And right after Labor Day, when school started, that to me is when fall always felt like it started. And I'm sure people, I say this every year, I'm sure people in colder climates can relate to this, but at least in Ontario where we are, kind of like near Ottawa, I remember as a kid so many Halloweens where I was already wearing a winter jacket, or sometimes it would snow, or it would be like just above zero. And so growing up, you really only had September to have nice fall weather. And I know there's some people who don't experience all four seasons, and to them it's probably still really hot where they are. But here, September is really the month where you have to enjoy fall fully. Now, obviously with like climate change and stuff, October has started to get progressively a little bit warmer, but I have always been a September 1st fall girly, and September is actually my favorite month, or one of my favorite months, because I love when the mornings and the evenings are cool and crispy, but the daytime is still warm. Like not excessively warm, you're not sweating, but it's still like warm enough to wear a t-shirt. That's my favorite weather. I also feel like September is the best month for fall because anticipation is the best feeling. It's kind of like the lead up to Christmas. Like that's the best part of Christmas is the lead up, and you know, you'll be kind of sad when it's over. So you just kind of want to enjoy the like it's almost here part. And that's how I feel about September. September is like the fall is like almost entirely here and you're just like so giddy and excited. I just love autumn and Halloween so much, and I'm really excited for this year too. It's our first year in this house, so we get to decorate this house for the first time. And as you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, last year we didn't get to really decorate too much. We decorated for about, I think it ended up being like a week or two before we had to take all the decorations down, because we spent all of October packing and we moved into this house the third week of October. And Halloween is like my favorite holiday of the year, and we didn't really get to celebrate it, which is a bummer. But this year I'm ready. I'm ready to bask in the glory that is fall and autumn in the countryside. Excited to take you guys along. There's gonna be so many fall vlogs. We're going so many fun places. We're going to Salem. I'm going out east for a conference, and I feel like it'll be so beautiful. All the hikes and the leaves changing at the end of September. And I just can't wait to take you guys along. To be fully honest, I've had a really bad week mental health wise, and I know this video is supposed to be like, you know, exciting and upbeat and all that, but I always like to keep it real with you guys. My black cloud has been here, and that's what we refer to in this house when we feel a depressive episode coming on. Like my black cloud is here. And you know, in my years and years and years of therapy and being medicated for my depression and all this stuff, I have realized that there are times when I cannot control. I am someone who is extremely hypervigilant about my like depressive episodes and my symptoms, and it can be kind of exhausting to be so vigilant about it, because I have learned through, like I said, my years and years of therapy that there are things you can do for yourself. Not always, but there are things you can do for yourself to maybe not stop the episode from happening, but to kind of help yourself. That's kind of like the time where I really ramp up the self-care. I let myself cry, I let myself have the emotions, but I feel like I'm at a point where I can manage things pretty well because I'm so hyper vigilant about these episodes. And so it's been a really rough week here. I always say it's helping to cope with the symptoms, but you're not mitigating the occurrence. It's been a really rough week around here, and so I've been really looking forward to this. I've decided that my motto for fall and autumn is going to be like gently slipping into a cozy state of mind and just taking things slow and decorating little bit by little bit and sharing all the fall vlogs with you guys. So really excited. Today's plan, or I guess we can kind of go over the plan for the video as a whole. Like I said, I like to do things slowly. So I'm not going to fully decorate for fall in this video. You guys will see that in an upcoming video, but I like to do little things to kind of slowly ease the home into a fall state of mind. Like I said, it's really just that anticipation that you just want to hold on to as long as possible. I am going to take out our fall candles and kind of swap the candles out around the house because I feel like that is a great way to kind of ease into the fall season, is have those fall scents going. I also want to take out our fall mugs, which I'm so excited about. You guys know I'm a mug collector, I've decided, and specifically Halloween mugs. I love any kind of creepy, spooky mug. I'm just obsessed, and I already took one out because I really wanted to have my coffee in it this morning. I told myself that I'm allowed to buy mugs, but for every mug I bring into the house, I have to get rid of one. So I've already gotten rid of 3. Doesn't mean I need to buy 3, but that is, I've decided, my motto. To do our Halloween gallery wall. I have been so excited for this ever since we put the gallery wall up in the hallway to turn it into like a spooky season gallery wall. I literally can't wait. And then I also want to share with you guys some of the fall new releases specifically for September that are kind of like more spooky season themed, in case you guys are looking to add some books to your TBR. The next video you guys will see is my fall TBR, which I'm really excited about. I've never filmed any kind of TBR video. You guys obviously know I love to read. I've never filmed a dedicated TBR video, so I figured spooky season was the perfect opportunity to do that. Maybe get out of the house, I don't know, we'll see. I would love to maybe just like go walk around HomeSense or even the thrift store. I really want to do the ghost painting trend this year. I know I'm kind of like late to the game, but with like moving and everything last year, it was so chaotic, and I'm on the hunt to thrift a few kind of landscape photos to do the ghost painting trend in. So maybe we'll go to the thrift store, I don't know, we'll see. But maybe we'll leave the house, maybe we won't. So yeah, those are some of the things I want to do today and just kind of celebrate autumn's very gentle arrival. And then we'll probably go for a walk later this afternoon, and I can share with you guys some of the trees that are starting to change. I think full autumn foliage is absolutely stunning and beautiful, of course, but there's also something so special about the trees when they just have a few leaves that are starting to change. Like, it's so mesmerizing to see these like green trees with a few little leaves that are starting to change color. It's Friday, we'll have a little date night at home, have some pizza, have some wine. I am someone who considers horror movies cozy. I feel like there's 2 kinds of cozy fall people. The like pumpkin harvest fall people, and then the Halloween cozy spooky movie horror book people. And I'm a horror movie girl, so I think we're gonna watch The Purge. I don't know why, that just like sounds like a good movie to watch. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll watch like Halloween or something. If you guys are new here, I would love it if you subscribed and joined our little corner of the internet. We film a lot of fall content around here. I'm aiming to have 1 fall video up every week from now until Halloween, and I upload at least 2 videos a week, hopefully 3 some weeks in the fall. But yeah, I would love it if you guys joined our little corner of the internet. It's a chatty, fun, raw, realistic time around here. And yeah, I'm gonna work on my coffee, and then I'm going to read for a little bit. You guys will see this in my fall TBR video, but I finally decided to start One Dark Window. I've been putting it off, same with The Unmaking of June Farrow. I feel like I've been putting it off for the start of spooky season, and I'm only about 40 pages in so far. I feel like the magic system is very unique, but it's like a little complicated for my little brain to understand. I am really enjoying it so far, and I'm glad I kind of left it for fall. So anyways, welcome to the vlog. Let's have a cozy little morning together, and I'm so excited. Okay, first order of business, I got dressed. It's cold enough to wear a hoodie and leggings, so you can't fault me for wanting to get in the fall mood, you know? But just took the mugs out. If you are someone who likes to collect mugs or has a lot of mugs that are like seasonal and you swap them out, highly recommend one of these mug organizers from Amazon. They are amazing. I used to wrap all my mugs in like tea towels and stuff, but this is a nice way to just kind of separate them, and they all just fit in here perfectly. So let's go through them one by one. I did wash them before I put them away, but I'm gonna wash them probably again. Just a reminder, when it comes to any sort of seasonal content, this and all of my fall decor is 5 years in the making of collecting. I didn't just go out and buy all this overnight. I think it's so easy to see all this stuff and think like, wow. But I have been living on my own for over 4 years now, and I kind of buy a few mugs every single year. You can probably hear the dogs wrestling, I'm so sorry. Okay, so first we've got this ghost one, which this is one of my favorites for soup because it's just like a little bit on the wider side. We've got Howdy Pumpkin, which I love so much. Skeletons. I definitely go for more of the Halloween mugs. This is one of my favorite mugs from last year that I got. And this one as well. One of my favorites. We've got Fright Night. Ooh, the handle on that, I just realized is like a really good generous size. Yeah, this one I actually thrifted for like 25 cents at the end of Halloween season last year. And it's just kind of cute and almost like gives me vintage Halloween vibes. We've got this one, which is probably one of my only fall non-Halloween mugs. And then last but not least, I also love this one too. This one's really big. I just love a good big cup of coffee in the fall. So I got that one too. So that is my collection of mugs. I have to share because these are some of my favorite playlists to listen to in the background, whether I'm like reading, decorating for fall or Halloween or anything. The vintage oldies playing in another room, they're just so good. So I think I'm gonna do this one. They're just like the perfect ambiance. I did take all of the fall decor out just so I could go through it, see what maybe needs to be washed, like the blankets and stuff. But what I came for was all of our candles. I try to buy my candles at the end of the last season. So usually like a week or so before Halloween. HomeSense, Marshalls, TJ Maxx will put their stuff on clearance. And so I try to just stock up on candles then. So I have a few new ones. And then I have a few that I hadn't quite burned through from the year before. I also did want to grab this to play, whether it's like today or this weekend. So I'm going to grab that. And then I'm debating whether I grab some coffee table books. I love to thrift my like spooky season coffee table books. So I just look for anything that kind of has a spooky title. I do have a few spooky season coffee table books that we could swap some stuff out for because a lot of them are very blue right now for summer. Got a little bit ready for the day because it always just helps me feel a little bit more put together. And now that the mugs and the candles are out, that's probably the extent of the fall decorating in this video, just because I kind of want to space it out and, like I said, slowly ease into an autumn state of mind. But yesterday, oh my gosh, I can't find my earring hole, there we go. I went and got my nails done. I ended up going for this, I don't really know what color you would call this, like a brownie pink. I thought it was a really nice fall transition color. I had to pick up the print for the Halloween gallery wall, and I'm so happy with how they turned out. I always get asked about where we get our prints from, and I usually get them from Etsy. And what I do is I will save the ones I like and I just wait for them to go on sale and buy them. But I am just so excited. Like, look at that. All the ghosty, witchy prints. I cannot wait. And one thing I did this year that I've never done before was I actually planned my gallery wall out, which, like I said, I've never done. And I'll put a picture here of what it looks like. I just took a picture of the gallery wall as is, and then I just played around with some of the prints that I had bought in previous years from Etsy or ones that I had my eye on this year. And the reason I planned it out was obviously because I had to get the photos printed in specific sizes for the specific frames, and it really, really helped me. So I highly recommend, if you're trying to like put together a gallery wall and you can't figure it out, to just do it in Canva. It was really helpful. But yeah, more prints. And then when I was at Walmart picking up the prints, getting my nails done, I checked out their Halloween and fall decor, and I found a few goodies. I'm really excited about this. Matt's mom, I guess my mother-in-law now, she made these trick-or-treat bags for my nephews last year, and I really wanted one. I was like, can you please make me one? Even though I'm not trick-or-treating, I just want it as a reusable bag, and she did. And yeah, Nancy's the best. So anyways, I have this cute little trick-or-treat reusable bag now, and I love it so much. But let me show you guys some of the things I picked up. Like I've mentioned, mentioned, over the last 5 years, I feel like I've really curated a good collection of like timeless Halloween pieces. So I really don't need much. The only things I was looking for were placemats and then some more decorative pumpkins, because I find it really hard to find decorative pumpkins to just place in random spots around the house. And Walmart actually had a ton for $1.98 Canadian. So if you guys are looking for just like small decorative pumpkins, great price at Walmart. They had this kind of burnt orange one, they had a white one, they had some blue ones if you want to do like a colorful Halloween, and then they also just had a traditional like shorter classic orange pumpkin. And for $1.98, these next to a candle are the perfect little kind of minimal piece of decor. So picked up some of those. And then they had the cutest little banner sign for $7. I think it's so cute, and I feel like this would look really good in an office or just like a smaller space that you have. And it says trick or treat on it, and I just think it's so cute. Like I said, it was only $7. Only thing I will say that we'll probably end up getting is some front porch decor, because we decorated our front porch a little bit 2 years ago, but we actually got in trouble from our condo because we lived in an HOA. So I'm really excited now that we own our home in our front yard and we can decorate it however we want. And we both really want to get like full-size skeletons to sit on chairs in the front. I'll put a picture here of what I'm talking about. It's like one of the things that we want so bad. Anyways, that's probably something that we'll put some money aside for and do our front porch. But that's a little bit of a haul from Walmart. Like I said, I think this and then the 4 pumpkins ended up being like $12 or something, which is great. Walmart has really great affordable decor if you're looking for some seasonal stuff. But I think I'm going to just relax for a little bit, and then we will do the gallery wall. And I really want to have a little afternoon coloring session and maybe like watch Scooby-Doo or something. I think that could be kind of fun and just kind of have a little bit of a relaxing afternoon. I'm hoping if I have time, I can also film my fall TBR video today, because like I said, that will be a separate video. But I'm actually going to go outside and see what the dogs are doing, because they're outside playing and they're being very quiet, which means they could be up to something. But that's kind of my little collective haul from the last few weeks of just some of the little things I got. I'm so obsessed with these little pumpkins. They're just so cute. I kind of want more of them. I want to put them all over the shelves in the library, and I really want to film my fall TBR video with like some pumpkins on the shelves, so maybe we can actually do that today as well. It is time for the Halloween gallery wall. I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna do them one at a time. That just seems easier, so I'm just gonna honestly start here and then work my way over, and I'm so excited. Here's the progress on the gallery wall. We still have a few frames left, one right here and then one there. And I had the right amount of prints, but I feel like some antique frames are kind of wonky sizes. So for example, the little one that goes here is a 6x8, so like a 5x7 and a 4x6 won't work, so I had to get an 8x10. I have to go to Walmart tomorrow and print a few more photos, but that's okay. It's honestly coming together so well so far, and it wouldn't be a Carter vlog without something going wrong. This one is definitely my favorite so far. I also want to pop by the thrift store and see if they have any darker frames. I think we have a lot of gold. I obviously love gold as an accent color. This darker wood is really nice for the fall, and I feel like this looks so well together, so I might pop by the thrift store tomorrow and see if they have anything. But so far so good, honestly. Really happy with it. I couldn't resist just putting a few decorations out, so I put these little pumpkins out in the home library. I have changed into a t-shirt. I love this shirt so much. I think it's from last year or the year before, the Snoopy American Eagle line, which so well done. I love it so much. I look forward to seeing the pieces every year. But I thought it could be fun if we sit down and run through all of the spooky season fall themed new releases for September. There's quite a few that I'm really looking forward to, and there are other books I'm not going to mention that are coming out. I wanted to kind of focus on the more like get you in the mood for fall spooky season books. There's a new Coco Mallore's book, which I'm excited about, the new Elsie Silver, and then of course a new Sally Rooney this month. But this list is mainly going to be those kind of like gothic, romanticy, anything to do with fall and Halloween. So let's run through them. I'll put the release date on the screen, and I'll try and maybe I'll shift over so I can put a photo. So on September 3rd, we have a lot of great releases. The first one we have is Immortal Dark by Tigist Girma. This is a romantic dark academia fantasy, so I guess a dark academia romantasy. One Goodreads review said The Cruel Prince meets Ninth House, and then another one said for fans of Serpent and the Wings of Night, A Dowry of Blood, and Legendborn, True Enemies to Lovers. It's about a lost heiress who must infiltrate an arcane society and live with the vampire she suspects killed her family and kidnapped her sister, which kind of actually sounds like the Shadows Between Us vibe. It says, this book has it all: vampires, dark academia, secret societies, mystery murders, enemies to lovers with tension, a sentient house, Ethiopian mythology, and found family bound together in the darkest of ways. So really looking forward to that. Then we have Haunt Sweet Home by Sarah Pinsker, which this is a novella. I love a good horror novella this time of year just to squeeze in as many good, scary, gothic reads as possible. And yeah, I'm a fan of a novella because I'm trying to read as many books as I can this fall. This is about Mara. She's a young woman who gets a job as a production assistant on the set of a haunted house reality show, which sounds kind of unique. And it just says it takes place on the set of a hokey reality TV series that is part historical home renovation and part haunted house investigation. Sounds like it could be a mix between like a horror comedy type of book. Really excited for that one. And then the last one we have on September 3rd is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I believe this is on Kindle Unlimited, and it's a standalone fantasy book, which I feel like we just all need from time to time. Like sometimes I don't want to start 600,000 different fantasy series. This was described as horror romantasy meets Saw and the Hunger Games, and it's a gothic paranormal New Orleans haunted house drenched in mind games, blood and terror, and a necromancer female main character. A lot of the first reviews I'm seeing from ARCs are really good. This was also a book of the month pick. Then on September 10th, we have a new Rachel Harrison book, So Thirsty, which she writes a lot of feminist horror. I think that's the only one releasing. On 17th, we have A Dark and Drowning Tide by Alison Saft. This might be one to go into blind because the synopsis is quite confusing, and I feel like that could dissuade at least myself from reading it. So if I do decide to read it, I'm definitely going to go in blind to that one and just know that it's a sapphic, like academic rivals to lovers. Then we have a new book from Jenna Levine, who wrote My Roommate is a Vampire, which was one of my favorite books of last year. And this new one is called My Vampire Plus One. Apparently it's a fake dating trope. And it just says, Reginald and Amelia fall into a fake dating arrangement that seems mutually beneficial. Amelia needs to get her family out of her love life, and Reginald needs to avoid the vampire society tracking him down. I feel like this could be a fun one to add to your TBR to take a break from all the thrillers and the horrors and the dark academia books. Then we also have an Academy of Liars by Alexis Henderson, which is apparently a unique dark academia forbidden romance. I really love Alexis Henderson's books. I've read a few of them. I've read The Year of the Witching. I really want to read House of Hunger this year. She seems to write a lot of books that are good for spooky season. This just says, Lennon's life is falling apart when she gets a mysterious phone call inviting her to take the entrance exam for Drayton College School of Magic. It's kind of giving, what's that book called? Gothicana vibes. Under the mentorship of her mysteriously morally gray advisor Dante, Lennon's ability to control her magic grows, and I'm assuming that's the forbidden romance element, but that sounds really good. Series from Richard Osman, who wrote The Thursday Murder Club. The first book in the series is called We Solve Murders, and this is about, I believe, a father-in-law and his daughter-in-law. So it says the story centers Steve Wheeler, a retired and widowed former investigator, and his daughter-in-law Amy, a private security specialist who protects the rich and famous. They're joined by Rosie, a romance author who is more adventurous and charming than any other character she has written. When the bodyguard daughter-in-law is set up to be the patsy in a triple murder investigation, Steve realizes that he must give up his lonely, safe life to save her from disgrace or death. Then on September 19th, we have Rewitched by Lucy Wood, which I am so excited to read. She is a fellow creator. This is a cozy fantasy with autumnal witchy aesthetics that will have fans nostalgic for charmed and practically magic, completely spellbound. Belladonna is balancing her job at Lunar Books, shielding her co-workers from a toxic boss and hiding her witchcraft from non-witches. On her 30th birthday, she's summoned by her coven for a trial that could strip her of her magic if she fails. With Halloween as her deadline, she must rekindle her magic with the help of friends. This cozy autumnal tale blends found family, slow burn romance, and a heartwarming message of self-love. I think a cozy fantasy, once again, good to add to the mix. And then September 24th, we have two. I think this is one of my highly anticipated reads for fall, Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. This is another horror gothic novella, and once again, I just love a good novella in the fall because there's always so many books that you want to get to. This is described as Scooby-Doo meets What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. And this says a group of night shift workers suffer from insomnia, meet each night in the college's ancient cemetery. One night they stumble upon a hole in the graveyard that wasn't there before. When the gravedigger returns, the group tails him during the night because they believe he might be involved in some strange events that are making headlines around the town. Then last book on September 24th, we have a new, I don't know if this is a new series, but a new book by Erin Craig, The 13th Child. She wrote House of Salt and Sorrows. And this is another fairy tale retelling of the Grimm brothers' godfather death. This is about Hazel, who is the 13th child, unwanted, unloved, and forgotten. She is claimed at birth by dreaded, and her godfather of death. On her birthday, Hazel's whisked away by her godfather to start a new lone life as a healer, holding people's lives in her hands. A story about God's love and choosing between what is destined and what is right. Those are all the spooky new releases coming out in September. And then in my first vlog of October, I'll share with you guys the October new releases as well. But let me know, are you going to pick any of these up? Which one are you most excited for? I think if I had to pick, I am most excited for Immortal Dark, Haunt Sweet Home, Academy of Liars, and Graveyard Shift for sure. Those sound really, really good. I'm thinking of putting on some Scooby-Doo and then maybe coloring a little bit. I think that could be kind of nice. So I think that's what my plan is. And then I'm definitely going to carry this vlog into tomorrow because we're going to have to go out and get those prints done to finish the gallery wall. And maybe I can convince Matt to go to HomeSense and the thrift store. That could be fun. And I hope you guys are enjoying the first fall vlog so far. Okay, you guys, we just got back from running our errands and I'm gonna sit down and chat with you guys later. Your girl is in a very cranky mood right now, so. But I did just finish the gallery wall, which is super exciting. The ones I was missing was the pumpkin on the far left and then the ghost in the library on the far right. But I'm so happy with how it turned out and I really want to keep it going up the wall and over this doorway. That would be the goal. I'm not sure if it'll happen this spooky season, but that is the goal. I would love that so much. I have decided I'm not gonna let the crankiness make me cranky anymore because I'm just cranky for no reason now. I'm home. I'm not in a place where I'm overstimulated. There's no reason for me to be cranky anymore and ruin the evening. But I'm always keeping it real with you guys. I have been a hangry, cranky bitch today. Just keeping it real. Since obviously having long COVID and PPPD now, I get very overstimulated by certain pieces of clothing on me. Like my dress, the straps kept falling off my shoulders and it was bothering me. And it was super windy and I didn't have an elastic or claw clip, so my curls were flying everywhere. And it like bothers me that this side is not curly anymore. Like it's just, you know when you're cranky and like little random things that don't usually bother you? That's how I've been today. But Matt and I are gonna have a little pasta night at home, so I refuse to be cranky any longer. Love to give you a book update, but I am still only 40 pages into One Dark Window. I feel like maybe I'm just really dumb, but I feel like it's just one of those books that I have to read really slow because it is, I wouldn't say like a complex magic system, but it's not really anything I've ever read, just with like the cards and all that stuff. I'm really enjoying it. It's very dark and whimsical and gothic, but I'm just kind of taking my time with it. But there's some really good releases the first week of September that I'm so excited about. So I feel like I'm just kind of waiting to pick a few of those up. Like I pre-ordered a few. My book of the month comes in next week. And so I haven't really been in a huge reading mood. Anyways, we were successful in our errands today. We got exactly what we needed. I feel like I just don't need a lot of fall stuff. I have so much, but I was looking for fall pasta. They always have like cute shaped pasta at like HomeSense Home Goods. So I wanted to get some of that because we're gonna have like a little spaghetti night. And then I wanted to go to the thrift store and look for some knits. I just feel like the Rory Gilmore sweater is always very trendy every year, and I refuse to pay $100 for one when I could probably thrift a really good vintage one. So we did that. We went to a used bookstore, and then we also, we were at HomeSense getting the pasta, but I think I mentioned this, but it's so hard to find candles that don't smell like pumpkin spice. We finally found some, which is great. So give you guys a little haul. It's not really too big, but first thing we got is some Halloween pasta. It's so cute. This one is pumpkins, spiders, and little ghosts. I always see it every year and we never buy it. So I figured we could have a little, we were gonna have pasta tonight anyways. And I was like, let's do a little wine, pasta night, garlic bread, just like a very cozy night at home. It's kind of been like on and off raining all day. Then at the used bookstore, I picked up Under the Dome by Stephen King, and let me tell you, this is like such a good floppy book. Oh, this is a good one. Matt said this is actually one of his favorite Stephen King books, and literally the first line says, on an entirely normal, beautiful fall day. So this could be good. I found one. I'm so excited about this. I just feel like an oversized knit like this with a little black skirt. Great like early fall outfit. This is from Sears. The brand is Nevada Jean Wear, and it was $10.99, but I did have a 20% off coupon. And it is a quarter zip, but I love a good quarter zip in the fall, and it looks so good and oversized. I feel like being tall, I'm 5'11". It's so hard to find oversized. I feel like it's so hard to find oversized things. Oh, it looks so good. It's like this beautiful cream knit. It's definitely like an off-white, which I love. And it looks so comfy. It's got a little pocket, and it's just one of those items that, you know, when you look at it, you're like, this is gonna be perfectly oversized. I cannot wait to wear that. And then we did get 2 candles. Matt has been looking for a bigger candle for our dining table, and we did find one. This is Sand and Fog. I love their stuff. It is, I believe, Weathered Spice. It's kind of smells like mahogany teak wood, which is like one of my favorite scents, and it's a pretty big one. It's like a 4-wick candle. I wouldn't say it's like exclusively fall, but kind of gives me fall energy. Excited about this one because I feel like any kind of fall candle that's in a cute vessel, whether it be like a pumpkin or some kind of like marble, they always smell like pumpkin, and pumpkin just bothers me so much now, more than it did before. But I finally found this one. The scent is Mulled Wine. It's by Sand and Fog again, and I love it. It looks like a little pumpkin. It's so cute, and it kind of almost smells like a Christmas berry scent. I just think it's really beautiful, and like I said, it was very exciting to find a cute looking candle that didn't smell like pumpkin spice. So really excited about that. That's my little haul. Like I said, it wasn't too big. I didn't really need much. Really excited about this. I think I am going to film like a thrift with me for fall video. I think that could be fun because I try and film one like every month or two. Okay, honestly, the candles, the smell of them, they're kind of rejuvenating me, bringing me back to life. I'm not too sure what I want to do. I kind of just want to like chill for a little bit. So I think we're going to just relax and then make dinner, have a nice little at-home dinner date, and then have a nice cozy evening in the library. I cannot wait. So I'm gonna kind of put all these in their homes, and then I will chat with you guys in a little bit. You know what's so great about a spritz, you guys? It's very fall coated because it's orange. We got these pre-made Aperols from when I did my collab with them over on Instagram, and we haven't tried them yet. Matt was the one actually who said, let's try them. So we're gonna try them and see if we need to, like if they're gonna be sweet champagne. Oh, that's pretty good. It's pretty. I just added a little orange like probiotic soda to mine, just because I like a big, like a big cocktail to sip on, you know. And I just added a little champagne to his. We've got a little Babe Look spoon.